Increasingly, we realize that it's all about resilience. It's not about what you have planned, but how fast can you adapt to the new context. And what can you learn from the situation that has not gone according to planning? I think this is really important in using context-based data and smart tourism to understand what's happening in your environment and make sure that you adapt your planning, you adapt your resources, you adapt your offerings, you adapt what you can do based on those new contexts and those new conditions that are emerging from your environment. In the last 2 or 3 years, we've managed to see a whole range of challenges all over the world. And a lot of the situations have changed as a result of those. So we need to be aware of what's happening around us, collect data from many different sources, analyze them dynamically in real time, and enable us to come forward with solutions that they meet the context and the conditions in this particular time. This is really part of all my research that I'm doing about smart tourism and real-time response and resilience on how can we reduce the amount of waste, the amount of displeasure, the amount of inconvenience that we're facing, and how can we make sure that we are learning from the environment to go fast in the new situation and to take advantage of the new situation. I think we've all been challenged with COVID and all the different issues that have been created over the last couple of years, but also a lot of other challenges like the war in Ukraine, the situation with the energy consumption, the logistics and the supply, value chains, and increasingly the inflation. And I think one of the most important things that we see everywhere in the world is the importance of human resources, because human resources are giving us the intellect power that we need in order to move forward in this very dynamic environment where everything is changing and everything needs to be decided in a very short period of time. I think this will do better management and that will be better strategy, is to be able to understand the data and to be able to understand the context in real time and make very quick decisions which are creating value for all the stakeholders that are involved in this process. We'll be discussing a lot of those things in the next few weeks, and I'm currently writing a lot of publications on this, and actually the Encyclopedia of Tourism Management and Marketing also has a lot of components of this new way of thinking, which is constantly dynamic, constantly evolving, and keeping tourism as a better means that we are never a finalized product, but we keep improving, we keep developing, and we need to adding value for all the stakeholders in our industry. There's one thing that we've learned in the last couple of years is how important tourism is for everybody, for the customers and the consumers and the tourists, in order to maintain their mental health and to maintain happiness, and also for a lot of the communities around the world that they depend on tourism, and a lot of talent and a lot of people around the world that have been working in tourism. Together we can do it better, and together we need to understand dynamically what can we do in this particular real-time context with all the difficulties that we're facing. Let's do this.